subscribers. This has been a long journey. I think you guys know I've been doing this for a while, and daggum, it's been a long road to get to this point. But I want to thank you guys very much for keeping with me and for watching content. I mean, you guys have done like an awesome job of keeping up with me, and because I believe me, guys, I know sometimes it sucks, but y'all been really faithful, and I appreciate it. Also, shout out to SBA. You guys are the ones who really got me going on this. So while people are kind of tuning in and whatnot, because open to Q&A and whatnot, but for a recap for anybody who doesn't know what's been going on with the channel or is new to the channel, I'll give you guys kind of a recap of what's been going on. So it used to be I would do mostly like political and religious hot takes, and it would just be like simple videos of me talking about something that I don't think gets talked about much. But welcome, friend, welcome. Hey, big thank you for the 200 subscribers. But anyways, I was giving a quick recap of the channel so far and the journey to get to this point, and then some stuff about the road ahead. All right, so at the beginning, it started off just with those simple videos and some attempts at comedy here and there. And I stayed stuck at about 55, 56 subscribers for a couple of years, but mainly because I wasn't super dedicated to it. Then last year, about, I'd say last May, I realized that I had the capability with my computer up and working. Not last May. Yeah, last May. I had the capability to do Let's Plays. Yo, what's up? Popping in to say, oh, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much, though. Hey, I appreciate you checking in. But anyways, I realized I could do Let's Play stuff. And so first Let's Play, I don't know, want to guess what the Let's Play was? First Let's Play was SCP Containment Breach, classic of classic games. And, you know, I figured it'd been out long enough that maybe you guys were kind of done with it. And so I asked you guys to give a vote between In the Darkness and SCP Containment Breach. One will live, one will die. You guys overwhelmingly chose SCP Containment Breach, even though I know you guys gave some love to In the Darkness, which I'm happy with because that game scared the crap out of me so many times. You guys chose Containment Breach. The very first game, you had a chance to kill it off, and you chose to keep it going. And lo and behold, the very next SCP Containment Breach part, you guys immediately jumped the regular viewership on that video from 7 views to 56. So that was awesome. But then after that came what was really the big draw to the channel for a while, the Surbrante series. And we're coming back around to Surbrante, where I let you guys make the decisions. So far, we got 2 parts out, and Josh, who's tuned in for both of the previous parts, has already been asking when the next part's going to be. Hopefully soon. Hopefully very soon I'll get to do the next couple of parts. And that, you know, that kept things going pretty good for a while. And still to this day, it's the biggest and most viewed playlist that I have. And you guys still tune in for it. Y'all still jump in on the live and vote and stuff. So that's been fun. That's been great. Love that game. And we'll do it. We'll play it all the way through and then retire it to move on to the next thing, where you can see all the cute photos that my wife has put up of us and her and family and friends and whatnot. But anyways, oh yeah, and that's me. You can see me. Where's it going? Yeah. Then the next one, the biggest jump that I've had, the biggest instantaneous jump that I had in viewership was with SCP Daybreak. I think we gained 40 subscribers because of that one video. That was the biggest jump that I've ever made anywhere online. And I mean, it still gets a lot of view in terms of like videos that continuously bring people in. It's SCP Daybreak is still the video that brings in the most people. And so shoot, and you guys really jump in with SCP stuff. I played Lab Rat. You guys jumped in for Lab Rat. Not a ton for, what was that one game? SCP, Oh gosh, what was it? You know, I can't remember the name of it. Ground Zero. Ground Zero. A few people showed up for Ground Zero, but I wasn't super thrilled with it either, so it doesn't bother me that nobody really tuned in for it. But you guys have really shown a lot of love to the SCP series, and I will confirm there's more SCP Containment Breach to come. And when the full game releases of Daybreak, I'll do one more play. Right now, they're doing little updates here and there, little patches here and there, and I played it again and thought it was great. You guys can see that live stream as well. But I think for the next one, I'm going to wait until the full release. And then I'll play it with the full release and see what happens. And then what happened after that? After that, I'd say that the next big thing was the challenge when I challenged Just Jeb Schaefer to 1,000 subscribers. We're currently right now in the heat of the race to 1,000 subscribers. And this is across multiple every platform that me and him are both posting things on, which includes YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, and Twitch. In those 4 areas, we are racing to get to 1,000 subscribers. And so far, he is ahead, but not by much. Because I recently, Deltarune, if you guys have been watching Deltarune, that's one that's more recent. But Deltarune has brought in a lot of attention to my Twitch page. That was a lot of T sounds. Attention to my Twitch page. It's a lot of chisses. Anyways. The race to 1,000 subscribers brought in a lot of people. Welcome. Thank you. And hey, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions that you want to ask or anything, go ahead and shoot them down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. I'm just giving a recap. Hello. Whoa, people's jumping in. I'm just giving a quick recap of the channel so far. If you guys have questions you want to ask, go ahead and pop them down here and I'll be happy to answer. But what's the next thing? Then we got to the new year and I started Inscryption. Inscryption's been okay in terms of views, but Deltarune has really been what's pulled a lot of people in so far. And as much as I do really enjoy the gaming stuff, I've been kind of hinting at eventually one day I'd like to move away from the gaming. I don't think it's here yet. Hey, what's up? Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it. If you guys don't know Zach from What Your Pastor Didn't Tell You, go check out his channel. I love Zach's channel. He's basically the Christian Joe Rogan, and it's great. And I did an interview with him a while ago talking about Answers in Genesis VBS material, and he's got an important video out right now talking about Answers in Genesis, interviewing Dr. Marcus Ross. And he and Dr. Ross talk about a lot of the recent articles that Answers in Genesis has been doing. They're hit pieces. They're hit pieces on a couple of really, really good creationists. And Dr. Ross, who is one of those creationists, not one of the ones in the hit pieces, but he knows every one of the people being mentioned. He walks through the process of like what some of the things are that Answers in Genesis being critical of, some of the reasons why it's kind of dumb that they're being critical about these things, why it doesn't make sense necessarily that Answers in Genesis would go after these particular people. And it's kind of ridiculous. It's a lot of petty behavior on Answers in Genesis' part. And I've got to hand it to Dr. Wise and Dr. Wood. And I don't know, I think the other names were Matt McLean and I'm trying to remember the other. I don't remember who the third one was. Not the third, the fourth one. I don't remember who the fourth one was. Hey, Jeb, why don't you shut up? Shut up, Jeb. You're just jealous because I'm in the same 100th category as you. Just go back to your little corner and play Kingdom Hearts to go relieve your stress. Watching you. I'm coming for you. What's not fair? What's not fair? You know, yeah, you know that you play Kingdom Hearts to stress relief. There's nothing untrue about that. I just happen to be a better gamer than you is all that I'm saying. That's literally all that I am saying. But anyways, yeah, go check out. Oh, shut up, Jeb. Yes, I've already covered that you're ahead. I've already covered that you're ahead. Gosh, the nerve of some people. Anyways, there's two people. I gotta say this because he's a friend or whatever. Go check out Jeb's channel too. and see if you actually enjoy his gaming content or whatever. But anyways, so I want to again. What else do I need to cover? Anything else? Oh yeah. So that's kind of the history of the channel. But now that we've gone through the history of the channel, I want to give you guys a heads up of what's coming. And if you look at the views on a recent video that I put out just 2 days ago, I think you can get a good idea of where the channel is headed. If you don't know, oh, thank you, Jeb. Thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate that. If you guys don't know, me and Jeb are actually really good friends, and so we pick on each other in love, and we both got pretty thick skin when we're picking on each other. So there's never really any hard feelings. So it's all good. It's all good. But anyways, if you guys have heard in the news recently, conservative. Oh, hi, Lindsay. Hello, Lindsay. Always gotta say hi to Lindsay. Anyways, if you guys have seen in the news, conservative commentator Andrew Tate has fairly recently, I don't remember how recently, but fairly recently converted to Islam and has said that all Christians should likewise convert to Islam. And I just got to thinking about, honestly, like normally whenever like a Christian commentator or something, am I going to Emily's birthday party? I believe we're going to try, but I don't know if we can, but we're going to try. It just depends. What was I thinking? Yes. Normally, whenever a conservative commentator does something that I think is dumb, it can sometimes make me upset. Like, for example, there's some petty fighting that was going on between the Quartering and Tim Pool, and I just thought, this is just dumb. This is just dumb. And then Matt Walsh jumped in on it as well, and it's just like, oh, this is so stupid. It looks so bad. I laughed my butt off when Andrew Tate said that he converted to Islam. Why did it make me burst out laughing? Because it's just kind of curious. Why would a dude, just follow me, why would a dude who has allegedly beat his previous girlfriends and is currently under investigation in Romania for sex trafficking convert to Islam of all religions? Of all religions, why Islam? That seems a little odd, doesn't it? It's just kind of funny to me, especially because I'm currently going through I'm currently reading through the Quran myself. I actually show it. I'm reading through it because, like, if you're going to talk about faith and whatnot, you need to be able to defend your ideas, and you need to also know what you're reading and what you're talking about. And so I played the role of a middle school boy because there's a lot of middle school boys who are over the moon excited about Andrew Tate, and they'll defend him to the death. He's the one that speaks out against the Matrix, and he's the only truth. He's our Neo. And it's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. I mean, they're middle schoolers. They're going through the time of their life where they're the most rebellious. They experiment with the most ideas, and they're the most easily swayed. So, like, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, does it at all seem curious to you why Andrew Tate would convert to Islam? It's just kind of weird, isn't it? So I've actually been reading the Quran, and I'll open up to a couple of the passages, just one or two that I read, and that'll give you an idea of why I'm headed the direction I'm headed with the channel. And there's still going to be gaming stuff. Don't be scared. There's still gaming stuff. As a matter of fact, I have enough gaming stuff to do 3 videos a week for the rest of this month, and then 2 videos a week for all of April and all of May. And there's still more to come. Until baby gets here, we're going to keep trying to get ahead. Let's see. There we go. Here we go. So one of the passages I was reading in the Quran, Surah, which it means chapter, Surah 4, and I'm looking in verses 15 and 16. If any one of your women commit fornication, call in 4 male witnesses from among yourselves against them. If they testify to their guilt, confine them to the house until death releases them or until God gives them another way out. That don't sound good, does it? Now I've include 16 because a lot of Muslims would point to 16. If two men commit a like abomination, punish them both. If they repent and mend their ways, leave them alone. Why, may I ask, if we're supposed to take that verse as a defense, why are no women called against the men? Why is it that when a woman commits fornication, 4 male witnesses are called? And it specifically says 4 male witnesses. And let's not forget, this originated in small communities with divorce. So potentially, the woman in question might have been divorced from one of the men who are now her accusers. You don't think that's motive to lock away a woman forever? For the rest of her life? And it's not the only one. It's not the only one. And I'll get into this deeper at another point in time, if I can find it. But we have the infamous. Where is it? Should be right around here. Here we go. The infamous wife-beating passage from the Quran. And remember, Andrew Tate just converted to Islam. Wonder why. Let's see. All right, so this is talking about virtuous women and whatnot. As for those from whom you apprehend infidelity, basically if you think they're being unfaithful to you, admonish them, then refuse to share their beds, and finally hit them with a little quotation mark, lightly. Now it's important to note that the lightly part in there is not in the original. The actual word means to scourge, which is a very aggressive word. And I've heard a lot of defenses of it saying, like, would you say that there's ever a point in time when it's appropriate to hit a woman? Like if you're defending yourself, if she's attacking you and she's in a hysterical state, is it okay then to protect yourself? Of course, most of you would say yes. Is it ever? And I'm going to do a deeper dive on this because it's ridiculous. Some of the defenses that are given to this passage is ridiculous. What if the woman was hurting your child? Would you then be allowed to hit a woman to protect your child? A lot of people would say yes. So why do you have a problem with it here? Well, let me tell you why I have a problem with it there. Because it's granting permission to hit this woman if you think she's having an affair. And that's not an interpretation. That's right there. If you apprehend, let me open up back to it again because I want to read it as word for word as I can. As for the woman from whom you apprehend infidelity, admonish them, refuse to share their beds, and finally hit them. The question shouldn't be, is this a better treatment of women? It shouldn't be, is this proper treatment of women? Should it ever be that you punish women for their infidelity like that? Now, of course, we can get into the Bible stuff. Like we can get into the Old Testament stuff when God gives commands to Israel. And there are plenty of times where it seems like the stoning and the capital punishments are over the line. But I'm getting into a little too much stuff. But anyways, but in those cases, you could say, well, that is way too far. And that goes further than what the Quran is saying here. Sure. A couple notes. Those commands were only given to Israel. They were only given to the nation of Israel for a specific period of time under very specific conditions, which don't exist anymore. So you can't pull up the Bible and say, why aren't you stoning women that commit fornication? Or why aren't you stoning homosexuals? Well, because it wasn't given to us Gentiles, and that part of the covenant's been completed. It's not relevant anymore. It was for one nation for one period of time for the sake of being holy when the rest of the nations around them were not, and it doesn't apply anymore. This is meant to apply to everyone at all times. That's the big difference there. The Quran is made to apply to all believers over all periods of time. Which means if you convert to Islam, that verse will let you hit your woman if you think she's having an affair with you. And you wonder why Andrew Tate, of all people, thought it was a good idea to join Islam. And that's just a few verses. But that gives you an idea of where the channel is headed. I'm going to be doing some apologetic stuff in the future. It's not going to overtake the channel, but it is going to be a feature of the channel. And so one of the things that I'll be doing, I've already recorded 2 parts of it. I am going to do what I'm calling the Quran critique. I will be walking through sections of the Quran, whole chapters. I'll be reading them out loud and stopping at every point that I've got a critique or something that's fishy about it. And so the first 2 ones I walk through, I'm mainly focusing on the end because a lot of them, if you can see here at the end of the Quran, they're very, very short sections. Ooh, I opened up to one of the worst ones right away. I hate the clear evidence, and I think it's a very telling chapter of the Quran. But anyways, we'll get to that later. So I've recorded a couple of them where I'm reading through quite a few chapters of the Quran, as many as can fit in a reasonable video. I'm trying to keep it under or at 30 minutes. And I just give you the critiques as they go. That's going to be a good part of what I do in the Quran. The focus is not necessarily to bring people out of Islam, because I'm not to that level of learning yet. Also, the Rocky Creed movies are pretty good. The first Rocky I have seen, and that is an excellent movie. I need to watch the rest of them. Haven't gotten around to Creed yet. We'll see, but I'm definitely going to watch the Rocky movies. What was I saying? Yeah, those are going to be coming out soon. I don't have the knowledge yet to bring people out of Islam. Oh yeah, we did watch the first one together. But what I can do is I can show you guys reasons to not join Islam. This is what I did with my youth students at the church. I put that on the table. I said, I'm going to let you guys read this for yourself. This is a part of the Quran that I have a problem with. And I handed it to one of the students. I said, you can read it if you want. And she read it out loud. And she was like, oh my gosh, I did not realize it said that. I'm like, Knowledge is a very powerful thing. So instead of just shying away or just saying, hey, you shouldn't be in Islam, let's work on some education. You know, there's a lot of things in here that I didn't know before I started reading this. Maybe you guys could benefit from it. And maybe, if nothing else, if absolutely nothing else, you'll know for certain that you don't want to join Islam. Maybe at most we can convince a few people who are in Islam. I don't think that's going to happen, though. And we'll get to some of that when we get to the Quran critiques. But the biggest thing that I can do right now is, we can answer the question, why are you still a Christian and not one of these other religions? Well, part of it is because books like the Quran suck. And I'm going to do it with the Book of Mormon as well, because Book of Mormon's just a wild ride. It's not this level of bad, at least so far from what I've read, but it's rough. It's very rough. It's a bad read. But anyways, I'm going to be doing some apologetic stuff in the future. And a couple other projects I'd like to work on. I'd eventually like to get back to doing some comedy routines. If you go back to Mongoose Productions, which is the first YouTube channel that me and Just Jeb Schaefer have done together, that's where I really love making content. I love making sketch comedy. I love putting together these ridiculous ideas with these stupid punchlines and then just blasting y'all's social media with it. I love that. I want to get back to that. We're not currently at a place where we can, but that is the goal eventually. And so I might try to do some things here and there that look a little bit like that, but that's a distant future. For right now, we're going to keep doing the gaming stuff, and we're going to add in some apologetic stuff. And like I said, like I've been saying for a while, next month we're expecting baby. About this time we'll be expecting baby this time next month. So things might slow down on the channel, but I am giving you guys at least 2 videos a week. And I'm not just talking like 2 shorts for 3 weeks and then maybe I'll do 1 long video and then another short. I'm going to try to give you 2 full-length videos a week. and then whatever other shorts or lives that I can do in between, awesome. But for things are going to slow down for April, May, and maybe a little bit of June. But I want to, again, this is only possible because you guys are here. And I really appreciate you guys for tuning in and whatnot. And I'm excited to see what's ahead. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in for right now. Other ones, I love you guys. Big heart, 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 heart to screen. Heart to screen. I said heart to screen. Heart to screen. Thank you. Appreciate it. I felt that. Right there. Ugh. Anyways, I am tired. And I've got some house cleaning to do because we got some friends coming over this weekend. Our Australia buddies are going to be in town, and I'm so pumped to see them. I got a lot of house chores to do. And I hate house chores. Love you guys. Bye.